WBCB presents Pro Wrestling Weekly.
The longest-running pro wrestling radio talk show in the history of terrestrial radio.
And he's obviously Michael Cole.
Call in with a question or comment at 215-949-3232 or 888-922-2149.
Talking wrestling.
Yeah.
Because that's what this show's about. That's what we've been doing for over 16 years.
No. It's about sports entertainment.
And now here are your hosts of Pro Wrestling Weekly, Fearon Derry and Lucas DeSangro.
Will you stop marking out over there?
Sorry.
Move over, kid. I'm taking your microphone.
You're shallow, you know that?
I'm running on 2 hours of sleep. I don't remember what the hell I do anymore. There's the sound of the bell, and we are set to go. This is Pro Wrestling Weekly here on 1490 WBCB and online at WBCB1490.com. Fearon Derry in studio with you, alongside Mr.
Part-time
Lucas Twitch DeSangro.
How's it going,
Your rebuttal,
guys?
Sir. No. Here we go. The man who puts the butt in rebuttal.
I can't help it.
You can't help it?
I can't help being Mr. Part-Time. If I were able to be here full-time and not have work get in the way, I would.
True. I had a hunch. I had a hunch that you were coming in because I saw advertisements on Facebook. So I thought, oh, he must be coming in.
Did you manage to like and share?
Well, I was at a stoplight when I checked it out, so I couldn't really. Yeah.
But you could check the post when you're at the stoplight, and just
Well, then it quickly turned green.
nice.
Plus, I had
nice
preparations to get for here because I wasn't sure whether or not you were going to be here. But since you are here, we've got quite a bit to get into over the abbreviated time that we have here, as we've got state semifinal football action, yo.
Yes, to quote Shinedown, we are staring down the barrel of a 45-minute show.
I didn't realize that was a quote. Okay.
Well, not the show part, the 45.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Wow, things have gotten dark in your time away here.
Sorry,
okay,
what?
less to be
Sorry,
said
what?
about that. The less said about that, the better. Gotcha.
No, we're fine. We're all good.
Okay. Well,
3PO, we're okay.
All right, we'll keep
I've just missed
yeah.
the show so much.
Do you? No.
Yes.
All right. Well, I'm sure
Thank
a
you.
lot of people miss you as well.
Yes, all three of you out there. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah, heartfelt wishes on all your endeavors, whatever they may be, past, present, and future. Anyway, getting into things to talk about here. An interesting television note. USA Network advertising a 1-hour NXT show on Wednesday, December 13th at 7 p.m. Eastern. Now, the airing is likely due to it being WWE week on USA Network, as Raw will air that Monday, as it usually does, and same thing with SmackDown that Tuesday. And that Thursday, the 14th, is their annual tribute to the
troops. Sorry.
Want to finish? No? Okay. The annual tribute to the troops special that day. Now, no indication has been given as to whether NXT will air the same night in its usual slot of 8 p.m. Eastern on the WWE Network. So we'll see if it's a 1 hour for USA and maybe an extra hour for the network. That's still, I guess, going to be ironed out or hashed out and figured out over the course of the next week and a half here.
I'm sure they would, maybe they'll air the taping the next night. Or no, because tribute to the troops. Maybe they'll air the NXT thing. I don't know. They could do it two different ways. They could go 8 o'clock for USA, 9 o'clock for network, or vice versa.
Well, they're going. Apparently, they're going 7 o'clock for USA.
Right. Yeah.
As opposed to the 8 o'clock for the network. So I don't know whether
maybe
both
it's
hours are going to be on the WWE Network and just the 1 hour's on USA. I guess that's what they're still ironing out and hashing out. Although I don't know. I think a lot of people's confidence in WWE's network airing decisions has been lessened a little bit because of the slight. Okay, maybe more than slight backlash that there was of not making the Starrcade event a network special.
Yeah,
I
did hear about that. By hearing about that, I meant I saw all the comments on the social media because I just wanted to watch, and it was about like 99% of everyone like, oh, I can't believe it was good, and then the 1% was like, I love WWE, and I don't know why it had to sound like Cletus from The Simpsons a little bit there, but you know.
How did I was gonna say, how'd the popcorn taste watching all those comments go through?
It tastes. You know what? I got Orville Redenbacher kettle corn.
Oh, very nice.
Sweet and salty at the same time.
Just like me.
Oh, we all go through it. Some more than others.
I don't think it's gone away in I don't know how many years now.
Same.
And I think some of that saltiness might be based on a bunch of different things here, including this story. Now this story is what happens when someone reports a rumor as news, which is what we try not to do here on Pro Wrestling Weekly. So someone tweeted out this week, alleged breaking news, and no, I'm not going to use that four-letter F word that seems to precede news these days, because that's pretty much been ruined and things of that nature here. And but yes, some alleged breaking news that there was talk about AJ Styles retiring after WrestleMania 34.
Why would anybody even think like?
Well, again, there was talk about. I mean, yeah, by who? You and your buddies around, or whatever I don't know.
At the
I'm not
cafe?
even gonna. Yeah, I'm not even gonna acknowledge like who the
my
tweeter
God, what year
was.
do I think it is? I just said Internet Cafe. What year do I think we're living in, Fearon?
I don't know.
This is terrible.
Even when I was around for internet cafes, I don't think I ever brandished an internet cafe.
Brandished like what? Wore it? You mean went to one?
Attended. That's the word I'm like.
Brandished.
How many times do I say I'm running on minimal sleep here? I'm
so am I,
surprised
Fearon. So am I.
Wow, and there's the salt.
Yes.
Right into the wound.
Just like the Salt Bay, I just sprinkled it right in, just dashed it.
No, you didn't dash it. You went. You were like Emeril Lagasse. You were just bam on that.
It's like
there's a dated reference.
It's like Hocus Pocus, just the circle of salt around.
The circle of salt. Yeah.
I know what you did last summer, style. Shh.
Oh goodness.
Just Sarah Connor one arm it with the shotgun.
That is an interesting salt shaker.
Yes.
Anyway, because
when you have Tourette's, not really. It's quite normal.
I'm done. I can't. You win this round, Trebek. Anyway, because Styles was mentioned in the tweet, he felt compelled to respond, but with simply one word: wrong, with an exclamation point.
Wouldn't it be great if he had posted the gif of the Big Show yelling it? Wrong!
Good on you to yell that off mic so it didn't just peak everything there. No, I'm serious. Good on you. He can be taught. No. Now, Styles, of course, turning 40 years old back in June, but is still one of the best wrestlers in the world, unless maybe it was a typo and that alleged reporter, and I use that in inverted commas, meant to type WrestleMania 44. Maybe. Who knows?
God, who knows is correct. You know, maybe he gets released by WWE after WrestleMania 44, and then he just still keeps going to Japan and all those other things, because I'm...
And still being the face that runs whatever place he wants to go to otherwise.
The champ that runs the camp. The one that can get it done.
As opposed to you, the sycophant who is the master of rant?
Sure. The infant who's the master now.
Just let it go.
Yeah, just let it marinate there.
I'll take that.
I'm not going to
back.
ruin it. I can't. I don't want to. I can't do that to you.
Well, speaking of ruining, and that being said regarding alleged reporting and whatnot, there have been a lot of reports, although nothing confirmed yet from WWE over the past couple of days, that longtime WWE music composer Jim Johnston's contract with WWE expired and was not renewed.
Sad face.
Yeah, as I'm sure many of you know, Johnston has been involved with WWE since 1985, composing WWE superstar entrance themes as well as the majority of WWE's pay-per-views and television productions, including show themes, music videos, vignettes, commercials, and tributes.
Simply put, Jim Johnston, in terms of as a wrestling and a musician, was somebody that I would always want to meet. He is the man. I mean, if you guys ever, if nobody here has seen the documentary Behind the Mat, There is a quick snippet of
Behind the mat or beyond the mat?
beyond the mat. Sorry, I was thinking behind the curtain and beyond the mat for some reason.
Oh, okay, I gotcha.
There's so many different documentaries out there.
Duly noted.
Beyond the mat, there's a quick snippet of him showing how he sort of showing how he comes up with certain themes, and he's riffing on a guitar, and it's just give it a watch. Jim Johnston is definitely one of those guys I feel like should have been put in the Hall of Fame.
And maybe that time will come. Who knows?
He's done so much for wrestling and music, you know.
And even more than that. I mean, he also scored several film projects for WWE's film division, WWE Studios, including The Chaperone, That's What I Am, and The Reunion.
That's What I Am. I've never heard of that.
I think that was the one with Randy Orton that he was in.
You mean I thought 12 Rounds 2 was the one with Randy Orton.
Well, that was one of the ones with Randy Orton. I was going to say, let's see, I'm quickly looking it up because there's so many of these that I can't remember. I know Ed Harris was the star in it, and yeah, Randy Orton, yeah, that was one of the ones that Randy Orton was in. Yeah, it was let's see, coming-of-age story set in 1965 that follows a bright 12-year-old student who will do anything to avoid avoid conflict for fear of suffering overwhelming ridicule and punishment from his junior high school peers. Right in your wheelhouse.
Wow. Cease and desist.
No wonder.
Desist. See, I'm just joking.
There
was no avoiding ridicule in middle school and high school and all that. So
exactly, but that didn't stop him from trying. But he also provided music for other WWE-affiliated products, including the XFL and the World Bodybuilding Federation.
Here he comes, Jerry Stridham. Wow, take a look at that.
yes.
Figured you'd appreciate
Simply,
that.
thank you. Because if you weren't going to do it, I was going to do it. And I might have accidentally peaked the mic.
Well, I was also trying to say, I'm surprised that I don't have it, but I was looking for Vince's, "This is the XFL." But I'm surprised I didn't have that as I don't know, maybe it's maybe it's in my production thing, but not here on the on-air drops. I don't know. Either way, I looked and...
We ain't found
yeah, so there's that. Notable
I'm nodding my head in approval. I probably should have said that instead of just doing it.
Well, you just did. You said you were nodding your head in approval. Notable themes composed by Johnston over the years include Stone Cold Steve Austin, The Ultimate Warrior, Vince McMahon's No Chance in Hell, The Undertaker, Kurt Angle, Bret Hart's theme circa 94 and beyond, Kane, The Rock, Mankind, Generation X, Mr. Perfect, Jake the Snake Roberts, Brock Lesnar, Razor Ramon, Shane McMahon, Randy Orton, Chris Jericho, Rey Mysterio, CM Punk before he switched over to Cult of Personality, and
Wait, I was gonna say he didn't do Killswitch Engage did his theme.
Well, he worked on it with them.
Oh,
yeah.
Really? Oh, and they actually let them on. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
As opposed to when they didn't let Disturbed have that Stone Cold theme that was awesome go on their album.
Go figure. And even Doink the Clown, brah. So
And
yeah,
the fact that he's not with WWE, it's making me cry, brah.
Indeed. In recent years, WWE has leaned more heavily on CFOs to compose their themes.
CFO $, yeah.
Yeah, well, I was going by the pronunciation, but yes, it is CFO $.
They do fairly well, though, with their themes for NXT. I won't lie. It would be, I mean, it's sad to see Jim Johnston go, but I think that they are in good hands with the music for composing.
I was going to say something else, but I was like, no. That's somebody else's stand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know what you're referring to. I just don't know if we're...
Yeah. People can kind of put two and two together on that. Something insurance.
Think about the president from 24 in the first couple seasons.
Also, Pedro Serrano.
Or
if you go way back, but that's... Yeah, we love you, Dennis Haysbert. All right. That was good. I threw it in there because I knew you probably would not have known the actual actor's name.
Nope.
That's why I'm here to pick up what you're putting down sometimes.
Much appreciated.
Even if it's what those combing the desert weren't able to find.
Yeah.
That being said, we're gonna hit the reset button here before I get myself into more trouble. I see the eyes of Jack Spears getting wider and wider with some of the things being said here. So,
he's not used to being in studio. It's usually
it's usually
Mr.
Ted Efall who's just he's
still trying not to have a heart attack, but he's been accustomed. He's been acclimated to this environment.
Well, yeah, hopefully Ted will be back soon, but Jack Spears is coming up after the game coming up in a little bit. Going to take care of our first time out here, and then we'll get to Ed from Northeast Philly on the other side, and a whole bunch more stuff right after this here on Pro Wrestling Weekly on 1490 WBCB and online at WBCB1490.com.
225 Lincoln Properties is Bucks County's premier warehouse and workshop place, located in Fairless Hills at 225 Lincoln Highway. If you have a home office and want a professional billing address, check out the economical options for office space at 225 Lincoln Properties. Storage, warehouse space, or workshop space is all available at 225 Lincoln Properties. Call Bill today at 215-380-5757 or stop by on Tuesday, December 5th from 1 to 3 p.m. with your new and unwrapped toy for the 2017 Toys for Tots Drive. 225 Lincoln Properties is the perfect place for your business. Join us this and every Monday night as we break down the upcoming Eagles matchup with Paul Jolovitz and Tom Cardella with the Independence Blue Cross Monday Night Kickoff Show presented by Corona. Join Paul, Tom, and a different Eagles guest each week from 6 to 7 p.m. as we talk all the ins and outs of Philadelphia Eagles football. The Independence Blue Cross Monday Night Kickoff Show presented by Corona every Monday night right here on 1490 WBCB, 610 Sports, and video stream live on WBCBsports.com as well as Facebook Live.
All commentators heard on WBCB express their own views. Their opinions are not necessarily those of others on WBCB, including the staff and management.
All of us want to make a difference. As veterans, we committed to protect our country. We served and sacrificed for the things that mattered most. Those experiences shaped our lives. Now we're husbands, wives, parents, and friends. And sometimes we forget that the biggest challenge can be asking for support. The Veterans Crisis Line is here for veterans. Dial 1-800-273-8255 and press 1. It matters.
The last thing I remember, I was outside Chicky and Pete's.
Of course, George. Chicky and Pete's is Philadelphia's most decorated and award-winning restaurant.
I give each of the kids a Chicky and Pete's gift card. It's the gift that always fits.
It's almost as good as getting your wing.
Yeah, that's right, Clarence. You can get your wings at Chicky's, and crab fries and lobster pizza and a hot beef sandwich.
You see, George, it really is a wonderful place, this Chicky and Pete's.
He's got the Luigi death stare from Fearon, so he might have...
I didn't give you the Luigi death stare. That's not true.
You're breaking kayfabe.
Breaking kayfabe. Gonna break something else during this commercial.
There we go. That's what I like to see.
And now, more Pro Wrestling Weekly with your hosts, Fearon Derry and Lucas DeSangro.
Are we getting into that controversy again?
I know how it feels, and it's not fun.
Welcome back to Pro Wrestling Weekly here on 1490 WBCB and online at WBCB1490.com. Fearon Derry and Lucas Twitch DeSangro in the house, and also, too, on the phones is Ed from Northeast Philly. Ed, what's going on?
Good afternoon. Hello?
Yeah, we're here.
We have...
I didn't do it.
I had to no. I had to bleep him out there. He said something. No, never mind.
Jim Ross at Bookends.
Jim Ross at Bookends.
Yeah, I think it's today or tonight.
Oh, one of his signings.
December 6th.
Oh no, yeah, that's coming up a little bit later this week. This coming Wednesday.
Yeah, with his book Slobber Knocker, I think it's called.
Yep, Slobber. I know we've been talking about that for a little while. It's Bookends up in Ridgewood, New Jersey.
It's 6 p.m.
Yeah, that's. I was gonna say it's a little hike for me, especially since I'm working that day, so I won't be able to make it up to him. But definitely got to reach out to him. It's been a little while since we had a chat with him. Not since he was back in town
for the Rumble in Philly.
Yeah, gosh, 3 years ago now.
And he was at a convention back in Philly too.
Yeah, he's. That's right. He and Jerry Lawler were at the Collector Fest.
how quickly people forget about that.
Well, it's not that I forget it. There's a lot rattling around in this tiny, feeble brain of mine to try to recollect everything.
I love how you decided to speak in as me, tiny, feeble brain.
Well, no, I didn't have the helium first.
Who's the brain of the outfit?
Well, that's a rhetorical question. It may be tiny and feeble, but it's like the little engine that could.
God bless him. It just keeps
thinks
going.
it can, yeah, and it just keeps. Or maybe the Energizer Bunny. That might have been a better comparison. How I thought about it quicker. So, a depleted brain is a depleted good brain is still a good brain. We'll leave it at that. It's not an abnormal brain for the young Frankenstein fans out there.
CCW's Cage of Death is next Saturday in Sewell, New Jersey, 8 p.m. bell time.
Yeah, that's I was gonna say that's been going for a while here.
Yeah, 19 years almost.
Yeah, I think this is Cage of Death 19. Yeah, where
JC, Matt Tremont, David Starr, OVE, which is the Chris brothers.
Yeah. Ricky Shane Page defending Cage of Death against, I believe, Joe Gacy and Shane Strickland.
Mm-hmm.
And Greg Excellence and Joey Janela.
It should be interesting. I was gonna say I know Tremont's taking on Jimmy Lloyd and Thumbtack Massacre. That pretty much those are two words that you don't often see together.
Usually they get a good crowd at Cage of Death.
I would certainly
it's their
imagine
biggest show
so.
of the year. Yeah.
Yeah.
ECWA in Woodbury, New Jersey. That's tonight at 7 p.m.
Yeah, I was gonna say I know that there's a lot going on. I know they have an event tonight, as does the MFPW.
And Joe Gacy, Breaker Moran, Joel Blackheart.
Oh, good old Joel Blackheart. Another name from the past.
And there's a match for the Mid-Atlantic title. No DQ and no COD, I think it is.
No cash on delivery?
No Call of Duty?
No, it's a no disqualification and no countouts match.
Oh, no count out. I had it backwards then.
You're probably going no DQ and probably was like, oh, no COD. Like, no, I think that they would want cash on delivery, actually.
And we have Rikishi in Jersey.
The Big Quiche.
Rikishi, ECPW Super Show in Wayne, New Jersey. That's the 8th, not tonight. That was on.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's right. They've got a looks like a super show for the 8th and 9th, like a 2-day thing that's going on.
And one's in.
Yeah, one's in Bayonne and one's in Wayne. The Friday night one's in Wayne, New Jersey, and then Saturday is in Bayonne.
And they have Metal Maniac on there too. I thought he was retired.
I was gonna say your guess is as good as mine on that one.
And Chikara this afternoon in Northeast Philly at the Wrestle Factory.
Chikara, yes.
Chikara.
Chikara.
Tomato.
Twitch and oh no, wait a minute. I can't say the other word that rhymes with Twitch.
Switch?
No, not that one.
Which?
We're not playing this game right now.
Wrestle Club on December 9th in Rahway. They have Sanjay Dutt, El Patron, LAX, Eli Drake, Colt Cabana.
Colt Cabana versus CPA.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And LAX is on the show too.
Have to go see how he's doing.
Is that going to be is that also the same one with Tennille and Angelina Love?
I'm not sure. so they might be on there too. Sienna's on there.
Good to know. Anyway, anything else you got here for us? I've got a slightly shorter show than usual today. We're off in about 15.
I'm looking into a promotion running out of Northeast Philly. I should have more information next week.
Oh, looking forward to that. From what I've been told from El Jefe Roberto, next week should be a full show, which hopefully Nutsy will have recovered from his laryngitis by that point. Because it's been over a month since we've heard from him. I initially had the milk carton out for him, but no, he is doing okay. He's just he's got a little bit of what Teddy's got, a little bit of the laryngitis going on.
Everybody's been sick at my work.
Which is weird because usually people are just sick of work, but that's a whole other story. All right, I'll be here all hour. No, I won't even be here all hour. I've got about 14 minutes left. All right, Ed, thank you.
You just said that, too.
We went over this. Tiny, feeble brain.
You're better than that, Fearon.
Cage match, it sounds like.
No, not yet. Maybe we'll take Thumbtack Massacre 2. Who knows? See, he's literally and figuratively twitching at that as we speak. All right, thank you so much for the call. We'll and look at the local scene as always. We'll catch up with you next week. Before we get too much further here, I got to tell you about our friends over at George's Cards and Collectibles. I was gonna say no wrestler signings up for them at the moment, but for the hockey hosers out there, and I'm looking back through the glass here at Jack Spears, who is, as I speak, he is wearing a Flyers hoodie, so he's, definitely one of those folks. But Flyers rookie defenseman Robert Hagg will be at George's Oxford Valley location on Monday night, December 11th from 7 to 8 p.m. So definitely want to check that out. I'll have to talk to George, see if we can get Jack a discount here. George's has 3 locations for all your cards and collectibles needs. Their original store in 7755 New Falls Road in Levittown, in the Neshaminy Mall in the movie theater wing, and now in the Oxford Valley Mall on the second level next to Starbucks. For more information, go to georgescollectibles.com and follow George's Cards and Collectibles on Facebook. Plus, you can follow them now on Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat with the name @George'sCards. Little addition there. And okay, I didn't know what Jack was working on there. Maybe it was something else here. Maybe he didn't like that I referred to him as a hockey hoser. I don't know. We'll find out, or we'll find out that as well. All right, back to some news and notes here. So this you'll find a little bit interesting because it's in the Ring of Honor wheelhouse. Oh, wow, I'm getting sneered by Spears. Sneered at by Spears.
Someone just call in?
Okay. Yeah, so does that mean shut up and take a break so we can do a line check? Is that okay? You'd think I'd learn these things after all. No, I do know that's how I knew right away. It was like, all right.
The philosopher says it. We got to do it. Come on.
Exactly. Yes. Full of glory and renown. All right. So we'll take care of our final time out here, and then we'll come back with news notes and a whole bunch more as we take care of some business here to get ready for this game coming up in a few minutes here. This is Pro Wrestling Weekly here on 1490 WBCB and online at WBCB1490.com.
Join us this and every Monday night as we break down the upcoming Eagles matchup with Paul Jolovitz and Tom Cardella with the Independence Blue Cross Monday Night Kickoff Show presented by Corona. Join Paul, Tom, and a different Eagles guest each week from 6 to 7 p.m. as we talk all the ins and outs of Philadelphia Eagles football. The Independence Blue Cross Monday Night Kickoff Show presented by Corona every Monday night right here on 1490 WBCB, 610 Sports, and video stream live on WBCBsports.com as well as Facebook Live.
Shalom and hello, this is Shmuel Goldberg, the sports director, morning news anchor, and proud winner of Best Face of WBCB Radio 2017 award. I don't know if you guys know this, but I am Jewish, alas. I hope everyone has a great Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, or whatever you might celebrate.
L'Haim.
You won't see termites crawling across your floor, but thousands might be devouring the wood in your walls, weakening the structure of your home. For over 50 years, termite proofing and pest control of the Delaware Valley has been in the exterminating business. If you think you have a pest problem, they're the experts. Call them today at 215-639-5455. That's 215-639-5455 for TPPC. Termite proofing and pest control of the Delaware Valley gives your home or business peace of mind, knowing your pest problem is in their hands. Located at 1560 Bristol Pike in Bensalem, they use only EPA-approved material applied by licensed technicians. Call Termite Proofing and Pest Control of the Delaware Valley at 215-639-5455.
Pro Wrestling Weekly presents Today in Wrestling History, December 2. On this date in 1996, WCW Monday Nitro aired live from Dayton, Ohio. In the main event, Sting fought Rick Steiner to a no contest. On this date in 2000, the WWF held its UK-only Rebellion pay-per-view. In the main event, Kurt Angle defeated Rikishi, Steve Austin, and The Rock in a fatal four-way match to retain the WWF Championship. On this date in 2007, TNA held its Turning Point pay-per-view. In the main event, Eric Young, Kevin Nash, and Samoa Joe defeated AJ Styles, Kurt Angle, and Tomko in a six-man tag team match. On this date in 2016, Ring of Honor held its Final Battle pay-per-view. In the main event, Kyle O'Reilly defeated Adam Cole by submission in a no disqualification match to win the ROH World Heavyweight Championship. This has been Today in Wrestling History, December 2. Welcome back to Pro Wrestling Weekly here on 1490 WBCB and online at WBCB1490.com. Fearon Derry alongside Lucas Twitch DeSangro.
Hey!
Huh. Were you channeling Nick Cataldi there with the yay?
Yay.
From back in the day?
Ooh.
No?
Yay.
Oh, okay. This is one of his old... oh, man. All right. I don't want to start waxing poetic and getting nostalgic.
I keep seeing the new DiNucci construction thing.
And you immediately think Dominic DiNucci, and that makes you think of Nick Cataldi.
Yeah.
It's amazing the degrees of separation. All right, we've got some news and whatnot to get into, and this is about the time that normally before the break I would tell you that festive times are ahead at the Broken Goblet Brewery, 1500 Grundy's Lane in Bristol, PA. The holiday kickoff starts 2 weeks from today, Saturday, December 16th, with an ALS Reverse Ice Bucket Challenge. That's right, the Goblet is raising funds for ALS research, and they're going to have 2 special cask ales where every penny goes toward their goal of $500. If they hit the goal, the BGOB staff will fill a 10-foot by 3-foot deep pool full of 200 pounds of ice and water and take a cozy dip. Now, to help keep you warm, they'll be releasing Santa's Slayzon, their new holiday beer, both in bottles and on draft. Plus, on that day, Christmas Vacation will be on the big screen, followed by Quizzo. And there are about 7 quotes that I can't say from Christmas Vacation that just immediately went through my head. Something about the happiest. Oh, yeah, okay. Well, you know the rest. Yes, something about Danny Kaye. And, well, hopefully, you know what won't be full. That was one of the other ones I was thinking of. Plus that week, Wednesday the 20th will be Amy Robideau's classical Christmas concert. The 21st is house musician Mike Estabrook's Grinch's Night Out. And Saturday the 23rd is the Sherwood Brothers' 3rd annual Rockin' Christmas Spectacular. Meanwhile, back currently on tap is Escorted from the Building, the Broken Goblet's Imperial Red Ale, along with the winter cocktail menu, including hot toddies. It's always a good time at the Broken Goblet Brewery, 1500 Grundy's Lane in Bristol, PA. Broken Goblet Brewing, the semi-official brewery of Pro Wrestling Weekly. Please enjoy responsibly. Now, one thing that could be argued as to whether or not it was responsible... Ford Motor Company is suing a WWE superstar for selling a vehicle that he was contractually obligated to hold on to for 2 years, according to TMZ.
And his name is John Cena!
Yes, that's right. According to the lawsuit filed in U.S. District Court in Michigan, Cena was selected from thousands of applicants for the opportunity to purchase the 2017 Ford GT, valued at $500,000. And that the agreement indicated that he'd hold on to the car for at least 2 years. The lawsuit reads, quote, Mr. Cena has unfairly made a large profit from the unauthorized resale flip of the vehicle, and Ford has suffered additional damages and losses, including but not limited to loss of brand value, ambassador activity, and customer goodwill due to the improper sale, end quote. Cena told the company that he sold the car along with other property to pay bills. Yeah, I was going to say, that was the sound of collective eyebrows raising across the listening audience.
To pay bills.
I don't know if they were necessarily the people's eyebrows, but you get where I'm going with that. In other news, yeah, we're just blown right on by that here. Impact Wrestling officially closed their office in Nashville, Tennessee on Thursday. Oh, no.
Oh, no.
The company was based out of Nashville since it was founded back in 2002, and the end of the month marked the company's final day in Nashville. They will now be based out of Toronto, Ontario, Canada, the home of parent company Anthem Sports. There you go. An interesting other tidbit of news involving Impact. Impact executive Ed Nordholm was asked by Sports Illustrated about Matt Hardy's breaking on Monday's WWE Raw and indicated that the company won't object. Nordholm's response, quote, we have seen the character development and will be interested to see where they take the concept, adding, our new talent agreements all incorporate language that allow talent to continue to use their Impact persona after they leave the company. We are working with our legal team to amend our existing agreements to extend this to all of our current and former talent, end quote.
Good.
All this stemming, of course, from Raw after
he became woken.
Woken, exactly.
He
as
is
you heard,
woke, as the kids these days say.
Do they?
I don't know.
I don't know.
And I am one of the kids these days.
Yeah, you are one
apparently.
of the kids these days, apparently, exactly.
He is woke AF, apparently. I don't know.
I'm not sure either.
It's going to be lit, fam.
Yeah. Although one fun tidbit out of Starrcade that we didn't get to see, but people thankfully had taken some exclusive, or WWE took some exclusive video, was that a guest tag partner of Matt Hardy last Saturday night was none other than King Maxwell.
Yes, I did hear about that.
Fun times.
I also
on
heard
that.
about Double A Spine Buster.
Yes, a beautiful spine buster.
Still one of the still the best spine buster in the business. Oh my gosh.
Absolutely. And one other tidbit of news here. Ring of Honor wrestler Vinny Marseglia. Did you hear about this? He is cast as the killer in a movie called The Find.
Yes, I did hear about that. Good for him. He's a huge horror fan. That's good for him, man. I'm really happy for him.
And yes, the Ring of Honor website noting that Marseglia will play a character called named Damon. And the film is currently filming and is scheduled to be released before Halloween of 2018. The IMDb description for the film reads, quote, a group of college students spend a night at an old, eerie manor, only to realize that a terrifying stalker is watching their every move as he begins plans to repossess an ancient Native American artifact located inside. And he would have gotten away with it, too, if it weren't for those pesky kids. No, it's a straight-to-DVD film that will... It's a straight-to-DVD film that will also be available on Redbox and via Netflix.
When will it be available? Do they know?
Well, they said it's got a scheduled release of before Halloween of 2018.
Ooh.
So there you go.
Very good. Props to the horror king, Vinny Marseglia.
Absolutely. And I was going to say, given the time that we've got here, although I'm just confirming now as far as what time we're heading, unless Jack Spears has some additional info on that, what time we're going over to the Philosopher?
12:48.
48. Okay, so that gives a little less than 4 minutes. Don't you dare. Oh, he dared. Oh, you're like Foxwell on a Saturday.
I haven't done it in a while.
Yeah, he says he hasn't done it in a while. There we go.
He says,
He
have you?
says. Well, that gives me time to mention, of course, how could I forget? Tonight, the MFPW returning to the world-famous Monster Factory at 541 Mantua Avenue in Paulsboro for the Middleweight Medallion, a one-night tournament for the middleweights to shine and crown the first-ever middleweight champion of the MFPW. The field includes Cheeseburger, Chris LaRusso, Flip Gordon, Killanova, Sage, Bobby Shields, Anthony Green, Nick Westgate, and Hyena Hex, Plus, Delirious defends the Supersonic Championship against the Freak Beast Nick Camarado, and Soriano puts the MF Network title on the line against 6'7", 269 pounds of Josh Briggs. Plus, tonight is Toys for Tots at the Monster Factory. Bring a new unwrapped toy, and you'll get a free meet and greet with the stars of the MFPW. All this and more tonight at the MFPW Arena, 541 Mantua Avenue in Paulsboro, New Jersey. Tickets available now at eventbrite.com, but they're going fast. And make sure to check out the MFPW and all things Monster Factory on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram, plus at monsterfactory.org. And check out past matches, bios, bloopers, and more at the mfnetwork.com, the home for Monday Night Monsters.
Yes.
That was a lot.
Yes, it was.
All right, but that being said, that still gives us time for...
birthdays!
You missed doing that.
Yes, I did.
I've had to go with your recording, and it hasn't been fun. All right, so we got 2 plus 2 Brucey bonuses. It's like Chuck Woolery, 2 and 2, back at you.
Makes, don't you dare.
No.
Good boy. Good boy.
No, you know what that's from, right? The 2 and 2? It was referenced to back then when commercial breaks were 2 minutes and 2 seconds.
I did not know that. No, I didn't.
Yeah, that was one of the things he did back in the days of Love Connection back in the 80s.
You stumped me.
It was acceptable in the 80s.
It was acceptable at the time.
Indeed. All right, so 2 birthdays in the wrestling circuit. First, on this date in 1966, Kensuke Shinzaki was born.
Ooh.
The longtime Japanese competitor known as Jinsei Shinzaki and former WWF wrestler Hakushi turns 51 today.
Any CW wrestler.
He had the one, he was on ECW Heatwave 98 along with Hayabusa.
Yes, against Rob Van Dam and Sabu in a terrific
tag title match. That whole pay-per-view was really good. And coming a little bit closer to home, on this date in 1980, oh yes, Mario Bokara was born. Yay! The Croatian wrestler currently signed to Impact Wrestling and former the MFPW Tag Team Champion.
Longest reigning.
Yeah, the longest reigning champion in the history of the MFPW. Well, he turns 37 today.
I'm 37. What? I'm 37. I'm not old.
He most certainly isn't. And for the Brucey bonus, something outside of the world of wrestling, we've got a couple here. On this date in 1981, Brittany Jean Spears was born. No relation to Jack. The Grammy Award-winning singer known for hits including Baby One More Time, Oops, I Did It Again, Toxic, Womanizer, and Hold It Against Me, among many others, turns 36 today. And on this date in 1983, Aaron Charles Rodgers was born. The Super Bowl-winning NFL quarterback for the Green Bay Packers, currently on injured reserve, recovering from a broken collarbone, turns 34 today. Ouch. But hey, if it helps the Eagles get a little bit closer to the Lombardi Trophy...
Don't jinx it.
What? They're not even playing Green Bay. Green Bay's not... They're...
I know, but knocking on wood, knowing our luck as a sports team, I just don't want to take any chances.
Yeah, I hear you.
Just let the team speak for itself and
let them go from
hope for
there.
the best.
Alrighty, well, that's going to do it for us. We'll be back next week, and for now, we're going to send you to the philosopher Chris Irmer, full of glory and renown, as he has high school football action, Commonwealth Lincoln Catholic, and Middletown here on WBCB.